This is Jacob Chrislip from Team 13, Section 006 of Engineering 132. We designed the Team Building Buddy, a graphic user interface that's designed to help teams team better. It analyzes the teammates' individual schedules to come up with times that they should all meet, analyzes peer evaluations, and then analyzes how they use team tools and how they communicate with each other. Comments are provided at the end of the GUI, and then suggestions are based on the grade they receive in order to help the teams team better. Progress can be mapped over time based on how they score.
Hey everybody, it's Michael Welty. For this project, each member in our group selected another person in a different group of Engineering 132 to be a direct user on our GUI. This group of people has cooperated with us throughout the entire semester and given us feedback on each milestone. These 4 people are Monish Shah, Alex Mitrovetsky, John Wagner, and Vishal Ponagud.
Sam Garvis here. Here we have our navigation map and the basis of our GUI. From the beginning starts with the opening GUI, where you can translate yourself to either the citation screen, map progress, or outside help, or go to the demo, or go through the GUI itself and begin the process of evaluating your team.
Hi, Jacob Chrislip again, and this is a flowchart that describes basically how the main page works. You start out with the page opening, and you have a series of buttons that are able to take you to different pages. And based on which button you push, depends on which GUI you're sent to. Once you push the button, there you go, you're sent.
This is Josh Smith
And Jacob Chrislip.
and on this GUI, the scheduling GUI, you can click on the day and then which opens an edit text box and use that to input military time on what days and times you are available to work as a group.
Those values are then taken from the string values and converted to numbers and saved as handles. And then those values are passed on to the calendar GUI, which then allows it to present the times in AM times and PM times, respectively.
Next, you go to the job assessment GUI and you answer a series of questions with multiple radio and push button answers, which are then saved as handles with 1 point values, and then this is added all together and saved as a single handle and passed on to the next variable.
Hey, it's Michael again. This is the peer evaluation page, and for this there are 5 buttons for every question. There are 5 questions in total, and every time a user presses a button, it updates the handles, gives that button a value of 1, and sets all other values in that row to 0. The totals of all the scores are then added up and sent on to the analyzed results page.
Sam here. From here, the analyzed results page takes the values given from the previous GUIs, adds them up, and returns a value in which it is reversed, rebased, and rewritten to output a letter for the grade and suggested comments with said grade.
As we map progress, scores from the past GUIs are inputted into an edit text box and then sent into a plot, which are then plotted over time. Let's run our code right now, and we will see our graphic user interface. Here we have our main page, where the Team Building Buddy will take us to a greater height of teaming. First step is scheduling when our times are available. So what we do is we click the day that we're available to work, and then we input times that we can work. Same deal goes for all the other buttons. As you click the push button, it opens up the edit text box, and those dates and times are set. Then we send them to the calendar GUI. This GUI then displays them in the times that they are available in regular time.
Next we go to the job assessment, and in here you can click what team jobs are being filled and if those jobs are being switched or not each week. Next you get to choose the stage of teaming you are in, and finally if any of these teaming tools are being used.
Hi, it's Michael. Here is the peer evaluation page where each group will answer a set of 5 survey questions that will determine a little bit of how well they are doing during meetings. To go on to the next question, they have to answer the previous question. And to go on to the next slide, they have to answer all 5 questions. The first question deals with how well the team focuses during meetings. The second question deals with the quality of work that the team is doing during the meetings. The third question revolves around how well each member gives input during meetings. The fourth question has to do with how well each teammate gets along with one another. And the final question has to do with how well each member cooperates on the teamwork. When they've selected all 5 questions, they can go on to the next, where their results are passed on to the Analyze Results page.
As Michael said, this is the GUI page where they analyze results. From our previous GUIs, this adds up the results, calculates a total, and gives a letter grade and a percent total shown right next to the letter grade. After that, it bases that letter grade and gives you comments on what you could do to improve your teaming. Right under that is based off whether your team switched roles or not, and if yes or no, it will give you comments based on that feedback.
Let's just go through some of the pages that are available off of the main page. First, we have a demo page of results just before you go through the GUI to see what you can expect when you walk away from this. Mapping your team's progress, which involves a way to tracking your progress.
Here you track your previous inputted scores and input them into the edit text box. Here I am doing that, and after pressing enter, it will give you a graph based on your input scores.
And to wrap things up, we have our references page that describes the research that we conducted to make this GUI possible, and a help page that designs for extra help for contacting professors about ways that you can improve your teaming, or helpful websites about teaming, or professional books written about teaming. Now we'll go back to the main and gracefully exit our GUI. Here's 3 test cases that provide a way to check if our GUI has error checking in it. So as we input times, our GUI is designed to protect against negative values, seeing as a message appears, and values over 24, which are impossible on a clock. And then as we go through, once we do input a proper time, the next value does get enabled. And the same thing happens as we go all the way through. We can go through here and answer all of these questions just by filling in random numbers. It goes through the next slide. And then in this case, the error checking is done because you can't move on to the next slide until you click all of the radio buttons. See how this section right here just opened up and then highlighted your next button right here. And the same deal happens right in here. Question 1 is open, then it opens question 2. You can't move on to the next GUI until all of the questions have been properly answered. We go to the next, and then you get your foolproof final answered. And then you go back to main and gracefully exit.